welcome to the Real United States video blog. I'm your host, Paul Campbell, and we are here in Blue Springs State Park in the eastern part of Florida. These are some of the signs displaying the wildlife that we find in this area. A lot of very exotic wildlife, alligators, manatees, and we're hoping now that we're going to be able to walk over in real time and show you some of this along with some of the Spanish moss and some of the local decor. So follow me and we'll just walk over and take a look. It's a little overcast here today, so we may not get as clear shots as we had hoped for. My cameraman's now going to hand me over the camera, and we're going to see if we can get you some footage here.
Straight out. Do you see the alligator?
It's these are manatee. They're large marine mammals. A beautiful shot. Here he is. There they are, the manatees.
Is there a baby with that mother?
They are, as I said, marine mammals, which are protected by law. This one actually has an infant on the far side of it. It's kind of difficult to see, but it is a mother and a calf, because they are calves. They're called sea cows quite frequently here. We don't have a polarized lens. You'll notice some of the Spanish moss that I had talked about in the previous video hanging here that is parasitic on the oak trees in the area. And here you can see her emerging from the other side behind there. And there's the calf on her far side, sticking close to Mama's side. Beautiful animals, anywhere from 1,000 to 1,800 pounds depending on the gender and the age. I'd like to try, I don't know how well we're going to be able to see this, but you can see right there that we have some very large pointy-nosed fish. These are a type of fish called an alligator gar. A gar has a very hard, scaly skin, and again, without a polarized lens, it's hard to show you some of the real detail, keeping the glare off the water, but you'll notice there are a number of other species of fish down in there, which I can't identify at this time, but I'm going to pan back out here so you can get some idea. This is an estuary of the St. Johns River. Now the St. Johns River enters from up in Jacksonville, Florida, north of here, and runs down from the ocean, or to the ocean actually, and this is of course freshwater by the time you get this far upstream. It's one of the largest northernly flowing rivers in the world. I think, I'll have to check this when I get home, that is in fact the third largest northernly flowing river in the world. And again, a little tough to see because of no polarization, but you have these large manatee that look like miniature submarines floating around. So we're going to walk around and see if we can get you some other footage. One of the things that we're going to start doing with this video is we're going to start putting the latitude and longitude coordinates right down to the second or fractions of seconds directly in the notes section below. So if you look down there, you're going to see a lat and a lond. And That's because I want you to be able to go to whatever your favorite mapping software is, whether it's Google Earth or Google Maps or MapQuest or whatever, and I want you to be able to look up and see exactly where we are at the time that we're filming these videos. I plug that information in when I'm uploading them, but it doesn't seem to appear anywhere. So I want you to be able to pick that up, and that's one of the new features we're going to start adding from this point forward. So I'll try and get back and add it to all the previous videos, but you can count on it in this one. So look for those numbers. So this was quite a lovely addition to the park that wasn't here last time that we were here. That I say gives you a little bit idea to the scale of the size of these marine mammals. Now, again, these all marine mammals are protected by law in the state of Florida and in much of the United States. Manatees, dolphins, porpoise, all marine mammals, and the penalties for molestation of a marine mammal can be quite severe. They take it quite seriously. We go to great extents to protect this animal because it was endangered for so long. The numbers are starting to come back, but still a relatively scarce animal. Now, 300 years ago or so, before Europeans came to North America, they were plentiful, and this particular animal was a food source for the Native Americans in this part of the world, because again it's thought of as a sea cow, and while I've never had it, I suspect that it probably, as a marine mammal, tastes very much like beef. I will never know, I doubt. But as you can see, fishing is prohibited from this area. This is a sanctuary that is preserved strictly for these animals, for the fishes, for the birds, for the trees, for the whole thing. This is a sanctuary, a place of safety. You know, so we've got nice little benches built in here, quite a bit of nice shade cover. Although we do have some clouds today, so it's not real bright. But they've done the state of Florida has done a very nice job of providing a place where everyone can come and enjoy these very rare animals. And many of the people that are here today are from other parts of the world. I've heard people speaking various Indian dialects and in Hebrew and Spanish, and many parts of the world. People come from all over the world to see this, and we're very glad that they're here. And hopefully when they get back home, they'll watch this on YouTube. So that's where we're at right now. That is an alligator, a rather large one too. Be in the 8 to 9 foot range, just inside of the edge of the manatee protection zone. Probably not the best shot we'll get for you before this series goes too much further, but there is heads coming up out of the water. You can see that is a significant sized alligator. Sorry about the open mic versus the remote mic, but we've been having some technical difficulties today. One of the last real dinosaurs on the planet.
That's not like your average deer crossing thing.
Okay, this is a little bit more of the park now. What you see here behind me is the original plantation house that was built when this piece of land was first settled back in the 18th century. So this would have been somebody's private home plantation, and all of this property that's now a state park is in fact originally a plantation here in Central Florida. Now, I was mentioning that we live at 28 degrees latitude. It's November. The oranges are just starting to come into season, and they come in season really in December and January. And you'll notice that we're getting a few fallen fruits. These are rather small oranges because this tree isn't tended anymore. But at one point, when this was founded in the 18th century, one of the things that they would have grown as a large part of their commercial agricultural crop would have been oranges and possibly grapefruits, but oranges were a mainstay of many ranchers and plantation owners here in the state of Florida in the early part of our colonial development. So there you go. So we'd like to thank you for joining the Real United States video blog and our little trip here to Blue Springs State Park in the state of Florida. This is about an hour and a quarter's drive from our home. We hope that you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you'll take time to pick subscribe and join us. You can always find us on Facebook. You can join us on MoTube and get updates at any time via your cellular phone. You can find us on Google Plus and join us there. Or you can just keep coming back and watching. And thank you for watching.